So right now, that's the building my brother's in right now, man. He down right now. You know, he that's the closest thing that I guess anybody would say, closest thing to death, being in jail, man. Like it's one of the worst things, man. Because when you go to jail, man, everybody that's with you, they go to jail with you, man. Like it's terrible. Like I said, like, you know, my brother's in a box, so I'm in a box, man. And like, it's just, you know, when we relearn lessons, it seems like we learn them the hard way, man. Like, there's nothing I could tell him, man. Even though that whole night, when everything happened, you know what I mean? Like, I already knew, you know what I mean? Like, I already knew before I knew, and like, it's just a frustrating situation, man. Because I already knew what was gonna happen. Like, I already knew, like, it was gonna be what it was, man. And ain't nothing I can say, nothing I can do, because, you know, he's grown. Everybody make their own decisions, just like I made decisions, like I made or whatever. But to take y'all through the G, man, like, you know, I kind of grew up right across the road over here. You know what I mean? The G is the Jex over here in Mount Holly, or it was the Jex. A lot of gentrification going on. In the 80s and 90s, it was a really live spot, man. It was really a place that you really wouldn't want to be caught without knowing somebody or having some type of business here. So, like, you know, the G was a really, you know, one of them places that was, you know, was really, it was a respected place. And my brother having ran these streets, and when I was growing up, he kind of laid it down for me. You know, I kind of got the pass from him. You know, and you know, living right over the road. These are all the kids that I was growing up with, playing basketball with, going to school with. You know, I went to summer school over here, walked back and forth from high school through here all the time. Like, you know, I know a lot of these people that's from here. You know, I'm not necessarily from here. You know, it's right over the road, but I, you know, interacted with so many of them for so long, living literally right over the road from here. And as you can see, like, it's just gentrification everywhere. They shutting it all down, trying to, you know, get rid of this colored environment. You know, of course, it's a colored environment. It's low income and everything. It used to be military housing back in the day, and then it turned into the projects eventually. And you know, it is what you see now. You know, it's just a lot of abandoned buildings, or buildings in the process of being torn down, or people holding on to the little bit that they got. But this whole thing right here used to be all buildings. Like, all this was buildings. And these are all the kids I was growing up playing basketball with and everything. And so my view is a little different from everybody else that might have been on the other side of the road, living on the other side. And then, you know, these kids over here, they felt like that everything was honky-dory because the grass was greener on the other side, just because, you know, it's the other side. The grass always looked greener over there. But like, I don't know if you can imagine it now, if you can picture it, if you got a mind's eye that's vivid, you can think of this whole thing as brick buildings. I mean, everything, and just live. And it was one of them, it was just a hub, you know, one of them little hubs between Trenton and Philadelphia, where, you know, if you know, try and get some work off or get some work. And I'm literally from right over the road on this side. Like, if you hop this road, I'm literally from over that road there. You know, one of the many places I'm from, because I'm universal. From the universe, I ain't really from one place. I don't want to bind myself like that, but that's it. It's really like a hop, skip, and a jump. So that I was really closer to these people. I'm really closer to the school in this neighborhood than the school that they ended up sending me to, but the zoning sent me to the other school, whatever, which was a blessing in the sense where I got my network was expanded before other people's networks, and I was blessed in that way. And it was, you know, this is a great experience, you know, just seeing both sides of the tracks, literally, and just trying to put myself in the mind of this person, and, you know, and them seeing, you know, my lifestyle, them trying to, you know, being exposed to me. A lot of people like, yeah, that's the school, the summer school over there where I was going to summer school. That was over here. That's where I played all my summer tournaments for basketball and all that. It was all over here. Like, it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like I was. To them, I might as well have been a million miles away, just being over the road, not sleeping, laying my head here. But I, you know, I had a lot of moments in this place. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, my first love was out here. You know what I mean? Like, that was my chick out here, you know what I mean? I still love that chick, even though I could never be with her. It's just, it just is what it is. I got a lot of energy, a lot of karma here with this place. So it's like I said, my mother's brother, my uncle Ty, was killed here over a woman in these jacks, man. He got shot and killed in these jacks, and like, it's just a lot of old history, you know what I mean? Whether it's bad blood or good blood, you know, it just is what it is. You know, I got love for the people here, even though not all of them might have love for me. They might feel like I'm from the other side of the tracks, but it's whatever. You know, they're allowed to feel however they want to feel. I'm not about to tell them how to feel, but I know what I know, man. And either way, you know, like, I feel some type of way about Mount Holly, New Jersey, or Muck City, Stuck City. I call it Stuck City because I really want the people here to advance. I want them to see what I've seen. You know, I want for them what I want for myself. So I really wanted them to experience some of the things I experienced. So when I would return here to this closed-minded environment, it would really hurt my heart to see these people that I grew up with, like, to be the way they are. But at some level, I admire them because, you know, the East Coast is just so stubborn, man. They just, you know, they do experience so much because New York being there, Philadelphia being right there, they experience a lot more than maybe somebody that don't live there in that proximity would. So they kind of created an arrogance or whatever, but the arrogance kind of killed them in a sense where they didn't get to experience everything that they, you know, could have experienced because they feel like everything is here for them, and it kept them in a box. But you know, it's not that I hate them. It's just that I really love them. I really care about them. I really want them to see more than what they, you know, have been seeing. You know, and that's really about it. This is literally how close I live to this place. Like, I really live like right here. So that's it. You know.
Damn, you really do.
Yeah, it's right. It's really right there.
Right through the bushes.
Yeah.
So, shit. That is good.
Yeah, it is right over cut through the fence, and we go over there and hoop, or they come over here and hoop. So that was it, man. That was the childhood. That's trailer number 1 for y'all. So, you know, did that.